Look at her. She threw him straight into a PTSD loop. Anya! Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another episode of Spy Family. We're now on season 3, episode 8, which is called Take Down the Bus Jacker. So the last episode, we were kind of getting more into this whole bus jacking situation. Anya and Becky managed to get a message out to the authorities, but they weren't quite as slick as they needed to be, and Anya now has this bomb around her neck. She knows it's a dud, but of course, no one believes her when she tries to tell them that, and Damien, bless his heart, tried to be a hero and protect her, but it only ended up getting him one around his neck as well. So now the kids are freaked out, but thanks to the work of Anya and Becky, the cops were able to figure out where they were going, but now things have gotten a bit desperate because the kidnappers did not expect the cops to find them so soon, and now they're kind of fighting over whether or not they should take extreme measures with the kids or if they should try to wait it out and see whether or not the authorities will comply. Let's see where we're going to go this episode. Let's jump in. Just before I do, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Please do leave comments below as well. It helps the girl out a lot. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. I was about to say, there's still some more on the bus. Wipe your hands on him. It is. No, that's his baby girl. You sure about that? I feel like this man's got some skills. He gives that vibe. Oh, poor Anya. Yeah, we can't just do it willy-nilly. You think we're a bunch of anarchists? Calm down, Dad. He's like, my baby girl's stomach can't handle anything else. That won't work. Let him do it. I was about to say, it's going to be the headmaster. Excuse me, sir. Buy me a drink first. It wasn't your fault, brother, at all. Yeah, feeble old man. Exactly, you're terrible people. Even if they are duds. Shut up! She's like, I was needing a snack. I'm sorry, guys. It's rations. Exactly. It's filling your belly. No, you probably helped them a lot just by being there. Dead. And now you're seeking down to the lowest forms of society. What do you want now? A medal? A cookie? Sure, these kids definitely deserve your wrath. Look at him, he predicted it. She made a choice. Clearly she did. Ooh, that's some teen stuff right there. Teenagers, and let me guess, that was your last conversation. We are so hurtful as children sometimes. I don't think we realize how much we can hurt our parents. Yep, that was their last conversation. That's why he's so angry. Oh, seeing red. What a great illustration. That's when his humanity died? Calm down. You sure? Just because he has a beard? I feel like y'all shouldn't underestimate them. They pulled this off pretty smoothly. Hope the babies don't get the tear gas. Damn, they're not messing around. That was an assassination. Yeah, he's used to his sister's aggressive love. That's nothing. Breathe through it. Breathe through it. It's not though. Yours done so much worse. That's the way it goes. Will you? I'm not saying that they're in better hands, but that's the way it goes with these types of government areas. They always override the local police. There's still babies on that bus. Destroy the country. Is that what this was about? Destroying the country? Yeah, you got some great people with you there, sir. Wow, they're already planning to storm? This is about to go really, really badly, really, really quickly. Hostage casualties to a minimum, they're children. I just want to say it's very cool the way they're doing the lighting of like the shaded windows. Yeah, where's my kid? Good on you, Yor. Good on you, girl. That's not gonna go over. Not the halos. Anya, Tungsten. Not you using her daughter's words against him. Good job, Anya. Look at her. She threw him straight into a PTSD loop. Anya! Yeah, these kids have more balls than you. I think that was pretty apparent from the get-go. That's right. Pull your 4-year-old privilege right now. Sure, overthink it. Becky's definitely been suffering. His face? What? He's like, where are you going with this? Cats are evil. I said it. I'm a dog person. She had a good heart, your daughter. Stubborn, but good heart. That's true. Look at that. All that went to hell because your daughter died. Now that does suck, but did you mean any of that? Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, stop it. What's wrong with you? This baby didn't do nothing to you. I get it, bro, but thank goodness it only went this far. Exactly. And think of what her memory would be tainted into at that point. Oh, he's taking the fall. I actually think the other two are more dangerous. That guy's more dangerous. Yeah, I don't think the bus can go through those. Oh, Anya-chan! Thank you. Oh! Yes! Okay, Becky's bodyguard!
お怪我はございませ
With
ん
the
か
soft landing. Besties. Look at that. Resolved without incident. I thought Yora was going to show up and have to wreck some fools. That would have been nice. But she would have given herself up in front of a lot of people, so maybe best. That's it. Wow, that episode felt super quick. All right, guys. Well, that was another great episode. I mean, a very kind of sad and deep story behind kind of the normal hijinks of this show. And I've been saying that like since the beginning of the season, especially with looking at Lloyd's backstory and now this, like they're doing a lot more layered storytelling in this show. And I have no problem with that because again, it doesn't have to all be like, you know, hijinks and goofy stuff. That part is great and it does make me belly laugh a lot, but it was really good to see a little bit more depth to this story. We see now that the leader of this whole situation unfortunately lost his child to police, you know, the police doing too much in this case. You know, this Red Circus apparently started out as peaceful protesters, but we see that in a time like, you know, we've known that in this situation between Westania and us and Oceania or whatever it's called, that they've been in a Cold War long before the active war kicked off. So the point being, typically when there's heightened political unrest, when there's heightened chances that there could be a war about to kick off or more war type activities that might kick off, governments tend to really crack down on things like protesting and anything that gives civil unrest or civil disobedience. And so, unfortunately, you know, I think this man's daughter, just bless her heart was in the right place. Like she said, she was raised to stand up for the weak and to, you know, do what she can to protect others and not to just turn a blind eye. However, her youth didn't allow her to understand that for the sake of protecting herself, protecting her family by extension, then maybe there should have been, or maybe there could have been other ways they could have looked at to get their message across. And again, I'm not saying that she was wrong, by the way. I mean, I've never been an activist, not saying it'll never happen, but I don't see that. But, you know, my point is that I understand that a lot of people who are in that position feel like they have to go to the max and do everything possible. Otherwise, what are they doing? You know, but either way, the point is that it seems like that this girl, Biddy, was a very sweet girl with a generally good heart who just unfortunately was the casualty of something that went very, very wrong. And understandably, you know, as a parent, I can understand, like, we don't know what happened to our mom, but I think we can assume that she was no longer in the picture. So for him to lose a wife and then to lose a daughter, you know, that was his breaking point. And like I said, I love how they showed everything going red for him. Like he literally saw red at that moment. And then, as he said, he just pushed out all those lessons he taught her, the person he was before, because he felt like, wow, I was this good, nice person. And look what happened to my daughter. My daughter was this good, nice person. And look what happened to her. Forget this world. Forget all the things I thought I believed in. I'm going to make people pay. And that's very real for a lot of people who've lost someone, especially if they lost them in a way that was avoidable. You know, you want to be angry at somebody. It feels better than feeling the pain and the loss. So yeah, unfortunately in this man's case, he let himself get sucked into the Red Circus and to the point of doing this whole situation. And we see that he automatically labeled these kids that, you know, they were just spoiled little kids. They didn't deserve any kindness or empathy because they had everything. And while that was true of probably a good chunk of those kids in the sense of them being rich and spoiled, Becky, it doesn't mean that she was a bad kid. It doesn't mean that she doesn't deserve empathy and protection and safety. She didn't ask to be born as a black belt any more than his daughter asked to be born, you know, in much more modest circumstances. So anyway, I really love that, you know, with Anya hearing everything, you know, and the one thing we've learned about Anya is like, she doesn't always necessarily understand the higher kind of mental or the deeper type of complex stuff that adults go through as far as their emotions, but she's a very empathetic person. And from what she saw the father remembering, she knew enough to see where his pain came from, to the point where you could see that she was really like, wow, okay, he's been through a lot, but it doesn't excuse what he's doing here. And then of course the real issue was the bald guy, right? Like I think that if he hadn't been there, Anya would have been able to get through to the father. Like he was already wavering. It looks like he was already feeling like they were going too far before all this, but he just stopped himself because he felt like he owed something to the circus. So anyway, Anya did come to the rescue when she heard that there was about to be a fustercluck between the people being sent in to kill everybody, even if the kids got hurt, to the bald guy thinking that he was going to Harry carry everybody. She's like, I got to do something or we're going to end up dead here. And I'm not about that. So even though it was not the most genius attempt ever, it got what needed to be done. She motivated the leader enough to recognize that his actions were going too far, that hurting these kids was doing too much. And I love that he had all the flashbacks of all the different ways the kids had stood up for each other and tried to protect each other, even at this young age, which, as I said, put them to shame because you're not a strong person if you're an adult and you endanger children. Great episode there. Anya managed to diffuse the situation for the most part. Yeah, nice end to the whole story. Anya's got another story to tell. I wonder if she's actually going to say anything to her parents at this point. I feel like she will. I think the school's going to have to talk about what went down, but I think they'll be very proud of her for how she conducted herself. And I'm really interested to see as well how Damien treats Anya going forward, because you could see that he was definitely impressed by how brave she was. Even if she did know that the bomb was a dud, she still was taking a lot of chances. So yeah, another great episode. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching with me. If you did, show some love, and I'll see you in the next one.